evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, January 3rd, 2017. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, county unemployment rates have been released. Several new state laws went into effect on New Year's Day. Gas prices will likely increase in 2017, and we'll tell you about some of the events going on at the Fly Art Center in Shelbyville. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. County unemployment rates for November 2016 released late last week show the rates decreased in 81 counties, increased in 10, and remained the same in 4. For the month of November, Davidson County had the state's lowest major metropolitan rate at 3.5%, decreasing from 3.7% the previous month. Knox County is 3.9%, a decrease from the previous month's 4.1%. The Hamilton County rate is 4.6%, decreasing from a previous rate of 5%. Shelby County has a 5.3% rate, decreasing from 5.7% in October. Tennessee's preliminary unemployment rate for November is 4.8%, unchanged from the previous month's revised rate. The U.S. preliminary rate for November is 4.6%, decreasing 0.3 of a percentage point from the previous month.
Locally in Coffee County, 1,160 were unemployed in November for a 4.8% rate. Bedford County's rate was 4.7%. In Franklin County, 990 were unemployed out of a workforce of 19,710. Grundy County's unemployment rate was 6.9%, and Lincoln County reported the area's lowest unemployment rate at 4.3%. The state and national unemployment rates are seasonally adjusted, while the county unemployment rates are not. Seasonal adjustment is a statistical technique that eliminates the influence of weather, holidays, opening and closing of schools, and other recurring seasonal events from economic time series.
Tennessee has several new laws that went into effect on New Year's Day this year. Among them are fees for lifetime handgun carry permits will decrease from $500 to $200 for existing permit holders, while new applicants will pay $315. Another law will lower the age for receiving a handgun carry permit from 21 years to 18, which applies to retired veterans, which active duty service members, or people who were honorably discharged from the military. Also effective January 1st, if someone commits a vehicular homicide where drugs or alcohol were involved, that person will be ineligible for parole. Finally, Tennessee breweries will be able to sell high-gravity beer after the permitted alcohol content was increased from 6.2% to 10.1%.
The new year began with increased gas prices reaching an average of $2.34 per gallon nationally. The national average has moved higher for 34 of the past 35 days, largely due to market reactions to last fall's OPEC deal to cut production. Pump prices increased by 5 cents on the week, by 18 cents per gallon on the month, and are up by 34 cents on the year. Moving into 2017, retail prices are expected to hinge on the ability of cartel countries to successfully implement their planned production cuts. as retail averages are projected to increase leading up to the summer driving season as seasonal refinery maintenance gets underway this spring.
The southern region of the country remains home to some of the nation's least expensive markets for retail gasoline, with Tennessee, South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, Arkansas, and Louisiana all experiencing retail prices ranging from $2.10 to $2.15 per gallon. Crude oil benchmarks closed out the year posting the largest annual gain since 2009. U.S. gasoline production reached a record high of 10.5 million barrels for the last week in December. Typically, domestic demand falls in January, so higher gasoline production may lead to a stock buildup in the coming weeks and could have a bearish market effect on gasoline in 2017.
We'll be right back with more Newsleader on 6.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
In 1985, while polio was paralyzing 1,000 children a day, Rotary International committed to a goal of ending polio worldwide. Very soon now, after contributing nearly $600 million and immunizing over 2 billion children, the goal will be achieved. Eradicating polio worldwide. That is humanity in motion. That is Rotary.
Welcome back. Peggy Burton spoke with Sylvia Pinson from the Fly Arts Center in Shelbyville about some upcoming events they have scheduled.
I have a lady on the set today that's got more to do than I can even start to understand. This is Sylvia Pinson from Shelbyville. She's always full of ideas and full of events.
Well,
so what's happening?
I'm representing the Bedford County Arts Council.
And you do a great job of that, by the
Center.
way.
I didn't realize when I considered becoming their PR marketing, oh my gosh,
it's
I think
huge,
I'm working
isn't it?
harder now than when I really worked. But to keep all the events and the programs going, you got to be about
you've got to have a good marketer.
to 4 weeks out, and so as soon as I get one done, it's time to move
It's time to
into
do the
other
other one.
And we've got a lot of businesses coming back into Shelbyville and renovating our fine facilities. The old post office sold, and this family bought it.
Are they renovating it?
They're renovating and putting in some high-end
What a wonderful thing.
boutique shops.
Yeah.
They're not open,
But they'll be.
they're working on, and that building's over 100 years old.
I love to
which
see
is
things redone
right
like that.
next to the Fly Arts Center.
How convenient is that?
And the Fly Arts Center is a destination center. It used to be our fly manufacturing blue jeans.
And it's really quite a huge building, isn't it?
It is huge. Right now we are on the main floor. We have plans. We have a new project called the Chrysalis Project, because we call it the Fly.
Yeah.
And the chrysalis is the last stage before the butterfly becomes in its beauty.
Yes.
And it's kind of oblong. It's called the Chrysalis Project, and we're beginning to look at that. But see, that building has 3 floors. You have a basement, the main floor,
It's
and
really a huge building.
Huge facility.
Because you do theater work in there.
There is theater, and the theater seats about 108. And
I've always loved that because it's intimate.
It is. You feel you're right in.
You don't have to have microphones. You just share
and
it all.
you feel like you're right in the living room or what they're part of the show.
Okay,
but
that's
we're very
one thing
blessed
that's
to
going
have
on.
that.
So what else we got?
Well, the building closes down for a little minor rest in January, but it will open back up, and the next thing that we do is trivia on the fly.
What's that about?
Trivia is where you get teams, 3-person team.
Yeah.
There's questions asked per team, and there's trophies given for the first, second, and third, and trophies for the best costume.
Oh, that's cute.
Yes. This
So
is
the
our
costume,
30th.
is there a theme on the costume?
The theme of the team name.
Okay.
And then we have just different levels of sponsors. We have some businesses that put up sponsor of the $300 for a high school, web school, kids community that brings the kids in so that they can be part of trivia. We're after 30 teams. And
that's wonderful,
we
yeah.
are beginning to work
So
on
how
that.
many teams do you have? You got room for many more teams,
We've
is that
got
correct?
30, yes.
So if anybody wants to get on the
Right.
team or bring their team, they contact...
They will contact Mr. George Bruno.
Okay.
He is the mastermind, moved into Shelbyville from California.
and
brought
jumped
this-
right in to help out. How
And
good
this is
that?
our third, he is definitely, he bought the Cinnamon Ridge, and then he also has a farm, and that he brings visitors in, and he's on the board.
That's super.
We're blessed.
Yes, you are.
We have a lot of unique, what I call different.
You're probably a bit like a magnet. You sort of draw these people in, don't you?
Well,
it appears that
thus
way.
far, I mean, Shelbyville, we're blessed to have that.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I think one of the things that I was sought after is because I know a lot of people and just understand programming.
And your eyes and ears are open.
My eyes and ears, and I'm always bringing something to the table, they say. So auditions is January the 8th at 3 p.m. and January the 9th at 6 for It Runs in the Family.
That should be a fun play.
So it's a comedy. It's a Samuel French. And
do you know what kind of people they need? What age group?
Oh, it
or?
looks like it says that they're going to have a doctor and an ex-wife and all kinds of different characters running in and out, and everybody's.
It'll be a fun play.
It's going to be a wonderful play, a fun play.
I think it could be a comedy.
It is a comedy.
Yeah, I think it's a comedy.
Most of the time, we do comedies because it brings a lot of
The
people.
world needs more comedy.
Oh, we need to laugh. It's
yeah,
the
we've
best
got to
medicine.
laugh. And if I laugh at any mortal thing, it is that I may not weep. That's,
yes.
That's important.
That's
we
true.
need to keep that up.
And then in February, we start with the Triple C. That's chicken, chocolate, and chili.
Well, what a cool idea.
It is. I think this is the third season,
Yeah.
and that is in partnership with Our Town organization, which keeps the little park on the square.
Chicken, chocolate, and what was
Chili,
chicken,
and chocolate.
chocolate.
And what happens, people come and we have chicken that's donated by Tyson. If they're going to prepare for, just snip in this in the competition of the chicken, then you have the people who's going to do chocolate, and then the
people
chili.
that's going to do chili.
And when they come in, they buy a $6 cup, and they get to taste all of
And
them.
they go to all the different
Right.
places.
And
They
that's
get
where
chicken in the cup, chili in the cup.
Right.
On and on and
then
on.
they vote, and the people who taste gives the winner of the three.
That's
And
really
it's a great
good idea,
fundraiser.
and it
It's
sounds
kinda
like a good one.
Yeah,
fundraiser.
it's
And where does
called
that
the
take place?
At the Fly.
At the Fly, also.
Triple C.
Inside the building.
Inside.
We'll be right back after these messages.
I'm Philip Bourne, Stanley Knapp Detail Shop Manager. Here are a few things our customers have to say about our service.
What I love most about the Stan McNabb Detail Shop is there's someone local that I can trust to pick up my car, have it cleaned, and deliver it back to me in showroom condition.
What really amazed me is when he opened the hood and looked like he had taken the old engine out and put a new engine inside.
We have several different packages and individual services to get your vehicle looking like new again. We're located just behind Stan McNabb Chevrolet dealership. Call today, schedule an appointment, and see what the difference our detail can make.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
The Animal Shelter has served Tullahoma dogs for nearly 30 years. Now, you can help us build a bigger and better no-kill shelter. Your tax-deductible gift is matched dollar for dollar. So come on, bark it forward and donate now to have your tax-deductible gift matched. Make your check payable to the CoT Shelter Building Fund and go to tullahomatn.gov to see all the unique gifts available for your generosity. For more details, you can call City Hall at 455-2648.
Welcome back. Getting fit is most likely on the resolution list for many of our viewers. Let's watch this video from the CDC, which may help you to get started.
I'm physically active primarily for my health, but it also brings me joy and peace of mind. It carries over into all aspects of my life.
I'm physically active because it helps me maintain my weight and it makes me look good.
The main reason I'm active is to help control stress in my life. My wife just had a baby and we have another one at home, and I'm self-employed. We built a new home, a lot going on in my life like a lot of people do, and exercise really helps me keep that under control.
I'm active mainly because it helps manage my diabetes.
Because I just want to live as long as possible and enjoy every minute.
Keep the doctors happy.
It keeps me sane.
Being physically active is a great way to relieve stress.
I like walking because it clears my mind and it's good for my teenagers too.
I feel a lot more energetic, and I think it really improves my quality of life.
I'm active to avoid health problems that are hereditary in my family: diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, cholesterol. I'm doing this for me.
There are a lot of reasons for being physically active. It's one of the most important steps you can take to improve your health, no matter what your age, shape, or your size. Hi, I'm Dave Patania, and this video can help you understand how much activity you need to do on a consistent basis, how to begin a sensible routine, and how you can be active, healthy, and happy. It's all contained in the physical activity guidelines. We'll give you some specific, easy to understand examples of how you can meet these guidelines each week. Not only can being active reduce your risk of many long-term health conditions such as heart disease and diabetes, but it can also help to increase your chances of living longer, help you control your weight, improve the way you look and feel, and even help you sleep better. Let's start with what we mean by physical activity. Physical activity is any movement of your body that uses energy. Many of the things you already do are examples of physical activity, like walking the dog, mowing the lawn, doing light housework, or even grocery shopping. But to get the greatest health benefits from physical activity, you should do aerobic activities each week. You need to do things that make you breathe harder and make your heart beat faster. You also need to do activities that make your muscles stronger. So the question is, how much activity do you need to do each week to gain health benefits? The answer is found in the guidelines. For important health benefits, the guidelines recommend that most adults get at least 150 minutes a week of moderate intensity aerobic activity, such as brisk walking, or 75 minutes a week of vigorous intensity aerobic activity, such as jogging, or an equivalent mix of both moderate and vigorous intensity aerobic activity each week. Don't feel overwhelmed by the amount of physical activity you need to do each week. I know 150 minutes a week sounds like a lot of time, but it's actually not. That's 2.5 hours, barely more time than you spend watching a movie. And the good news is that you don't have to do it all at once. In fact, it's best to spread your physical activity out over the week. Now, when it comes to meeting the guidelines, you'll be surprised by the variety of activities you have to choose from. Almost anything counts as long as it's a moderate or vigorous intensity for at least 10 minutes at a time. Anything less just doesn't count. For example, going for a brisk 30-minute walk 5 days a week gives you 150 minutes of moderate intensity activity. Or, if you can't fit the 30 minutes in all at once, break it up into 10-minute chunks of time during the day, whatever works best. Now, of course, aerobic activity is important, but so is strengthening your muscles. That's why the guidelines recommend that adults do muscle strengthening activities 2 or more days a week that work all 7 major muscle groups: the legs, the hips, the back, abdominals, chest, shoulders, and the arms. Whether in the gym or at home, you can strengthen your muscles in many different ways. Some examples are lifting weights, working with resistance bands, or doing activities that use your body weight for resistance, such as push-ups and sit-ups. The best tip I can give you is to find an activity that you actually enjoy. It's much more likely that you'll stick with it. And be sure to check out our other videos for details on how you can live a more active, happier, and healthier life. I'm Dave Patania, and my activity of choice is running, so come on, let's go!
We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
Have you heard the news? The Russell Barnett Automotive family has launched its new and improved website. That's russellbarnett.com. With over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, then look no further than RussellBarnett.com. Online service appointments, customer testimonials, and vehicle history reports, this website has it all. We are the largest Middle Tennessee family-owned dealership with 5 locations to choose from. RussellBarnett.com, and why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
Welcome back. On a sad note, founding partner of P-Head Productions, Clarence Joe Henry, passed away on Saturday, December 31st at the Life Care Center in Tullahoma at the age of 69. Visitation services are scheduled at Dave's Culberson Funeral Home Thursday, January 5th from 2 p.m. until the service time at 4 p.m. Joe was instrumental in the creation of P-Head Productions and was the technical wizard that brought it all together over 20 years ago. He was a good man and will be greatly missed.
Cold weather is probably going to be with us for a while now. This video features some tips on staying safe from carbon monoxide poisoning.
Generators should be operated in well-ventilated locations outdoors. At least 3 feet away from all doors, windows, vent openings, and combustibles. Install carbon monoxide alarms inside your home to provide early warning of the buildup of this deadly gas. Look for the Underwriters Laboratories or UL certification when buying an alarm. Read the manufacturer's recommendations for the proper placement of the carbon monoxide alarm. Call your local fire department's non-emergency number to find out what number to call if the carbon monoxide alarm sounds. Post that number by your telephone. Make sure everyone in the household knows the difference between the fire emergency and carbon monoxide emergency numbers, if there is a difference. Test carbon monoxide alarms at least once a month and replace the batteries according to the manufacturer's instructions. A carbon monoxide alarm is not a substitute for a smoke alarm. Use both a carbon monoxide alarm and a smoke alarm. The cause of the carbon monoxide poisoning was found to be people improperly using a charcoal grill indoors for cooking and heating, running a generator indoors, or running a vehicle in a closed garage. The normal use of propane and natural gas appliances or kerosene heaters does not cause carbon monoxide poisoning with proper ventilation. But in poorly ventilated or enclosed spaces, carbon monoxide can build to dangerous levels, causing poisoning when the fumes are inhaled. It is never safe to use a charcoal grill hibachi inside the home. Why is carbon monoxide so dangerous?
This gas has no color, taste, or odor to it, so it's very difficult to realize when you're breathing it in.
The effects of carbon monoxide poisoning.
The effects of carbon monoxide can be variable. They can be mild, like dizziness, nausea, vomiting. They can be severe, as in coma, unconsciousness, or even death.
The role of a hyperbaric chamber.
Treatment in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber is critical to severe cases of carbon monoxide poisoning. It removes the carbon monoxide molecule from the red blood cells rapidly and eliminates the toxic effects.
What to do if carbon monoxide poisoning is suspected? If you suspect carbon monoxide poisoning, get out into the fresh air immediately. Do not stop to gather belongings or pack clothes. Simply get everyone together and get out into the fresh air. Do not leave your door open. Always close the door behind you. The fire department can then test and detect for a possible leak. If you or your loved ones are experiencing the symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning, contact your doctor immediately, or go directly to the hospital and get yourself and your loved ones checked for possible carbon monoxide poisoning. Remember, you cannot see or smell carbon monoxide, but it can be deadly. Follow these simple steps to protect yourself and your loved ones from this silent killer.
And don't forget to tune into this week's Levy Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include representatives from the Southern Tennessee Ladies Society, who have a wine tasting fundraiser coming up, and all that and more on this week's Living.
Stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after this break.
Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Keith Barnett here with the Russell Barnett Automotive family, and we have your next truck. From the Ford F-Series, the Ram, Chevrolet, or the GMC, then look no further than the Russell Barnett family. With over 350 new and pre-owned trucks to choose from, now is the time to buy. Stop by one of our 5 locations. That's Russell Barnett Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Chevrolet GMC, Ford of Winchester, and Russell Barnett Ford and Kia of Tullahoma, or visit us on the web at russellbarnett.com. Why buy anywhere else?
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The Rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1955 at 69 degrees. The record low was in 1940 at 1 degree. The average high on this day is 49, and the average low is 31. Chance of rain remains in your forecast for tonight, with a low expected around 39. Mostly cloudy weather expected on Wednesday with a high of 39 and a low of 30, and cloudy weather on tap for Thursday with a high of 38 and a low of 25. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.